I come unto the principles of authority, which are internal and founded upon the goods of the mind. These the legislator can unite in his government with those of fortune, cometh nearest unto the work of God, whose government consisteth of heaven and earth, which was said by Plato, though in different words, as when princes should be philosophers, or philosophers princes, the world would be happy. And saith Solomon, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, which proceedeth from the ruler. Enim vero neque nobilum, neque ingenuum, nec libertinum, quidem armis preponere regia utilitas est. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich, either in virtue and wisdom, in the goods of the mind, or those of fortune, upon that balance which giveth them a sense of the national interest, sit low in places. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Sad complaints that the principles of power and authority, the goods of the mind and of fortune, do not meet and twine in the wreath of or crown of empire. Wherefore, if we have anything of piety or of prudence, let us raise ourselves out of the mire of private interest into the contemplation of virtue, and put an hand unto the removal of this evil from under the sun, this evil against which no government that is not secured can be good, this evil from which the government that is secure must be perfect. Solomon tells us that the cause of it is from the ruler, from those principles of power which, balanced upon earthly trash, exclude the heavenly treasure of virtue, and that influence of it upon government which is authority. We have wandered the earth to find out the balance of power, but to find out that of authority we must ascend, as I said, nearer heaven, or to the image of God, which is the soul of man. The soul of man, whose life or motion is perpetual contemplation or thought, is the mistress of two potential rivals, the one reason, the other passion, that are in continual suit, and according as she gives up her will to these or either of them, is the felicity or misery which man partakes in this mortal life. For as whatever was passion in the contemplation of a man, being brought forth by his will into action, is vice and the bondage of sin. So whatever was reason in the contemplation of a man, being brought forth and his will into action, is virtue and the freedom of soul. Again, as those actions of a man that were sin acquire unto himself repentance or shame, and affect others with scorn or pity, so those actions of a man that are virtue acquire unto himself honor, and upon others authority.